There we are. Hello, how are you? How's your day? How's your world? How's your business? Let's start there. This is Amber Griffiths with Your Brand by Design. And most recently, I am calling you to the road to legend. I don't know if you've heard about it. I don't know if you're prepared for it, but let me tell you how amazing it has been. I have to share, I just got done doing my first ever hosted Legend Luncheon, and it was so cool. It was so awesome. I don't know about the rest of you, especially as entrepreneurs, most of us have already figured out how to do calls online, right? We've already figured out Zoom or Skype or Google Hang or whatever that is. We've already figured that part out. So that portion of this homebound, being quarantined is not new. But I've never actually hosted that kind of a get-together with Legend in mind, and it was amazing. How many of you have spent the last couple of weeks, as you are homebound, as you are trying to do homeschooling and trying to deal with maybe a spouse or partner that's in your world a lot now, how many of you have really take a second and think, how much closer connected are you to those people you haven't met, haven't seen in months, right? Haven't talked to in weeks, and yet you're making the extra effort to connect with them over chat, over coffee, over whatever. Think about that for a second. There are women that I haven't seen in person in weeks, and I just got done having a lunch with them. It was amazing. It was so fun. I highly recommend you do it. I know right now the world is a little scary. I get it. I get that there's a lot of stuff that's hard. I get that there's things out there that are different, that are new, that are uncertain. And I know that the market probably feels very, very different. But there's one thing I know about entrepreneurs. I have been in the industry now for 22 years, and I've been working with a lot of entrepreneurs over the last 14. And one thing I know that entrepreneurs do really, really well is pivot, is adjust, is tweak, is take a step back and then jog over to the left and then swing over to the right really quickly. It's what we do. I know that I've seen so much out there of, in these uncertain times, it's time to pivot. I'm like, we're entrepreneurs. That's Tuesday. And I know I'm not trying to be dismissive or flippant about what's going on right now. The disease is real. The effect on the economy can be real. And we can feel very isolated and secluded right now. But you're an entrepreneur. This is what we do. We deal with vendors and joint venture partners and independent contractors. We deal with the market swings up and down. The market goes up and down more than a lot of people realize. You're good at this. This is what you do. You are so good at wearing all the hats you have to wear. You are so good at adjusting and tweaking your message, your offerings, your packages, your pricing. You're so good at this that I know it might feel a little crazy, and it might feel like the time to shrink and get smaller and bring stuff in and just hold still and hunker down. I challenge you, I beg of you, please don't allow yourself to falter. I know there are stumblings that you can stumble, you can get distracted. I know you can get waylaid. I know sometimes our schedules are not our own, but this is the time to stand. This is the time to pick up your shield and lead. This is your time. You can feel it. Everything you create speaks to that. You are meant to lead. You are not doing what you do in your business because there was nothing else available. You're not doing it because you were bored and there's nothing else on TV. You're doing it because you were called to it. You're doing it because it speaks to you, because it moves you, because you are passionate about it. This is the time to lead, to stand tall and strong for those who cannot, to speak for those who have not found their voice. This is your time. So what are you doing? What are you doing today that helps you move that forward? One thing I will tell you, you can't do it alone. And who would want to? I mean, honestly, good or bad, why do this by yourself? It's more effective, it's more fun, it's more fulfilling, it's more profitable when you link arms and move forward together. And there is nothing that puts you in a position quite so well to call people to join you, to call to your community, to your tribe, to your ideal clients. Yes, do business. Nothing puts you in that position quite as well as when you decide step onto the road to legend. This is about creating something bigger than you, more than you. And again, you're an entrepreneur. This is what you do. This is what you were meant for. So get on with it. Let's just do this. Now you may say, Amber, I don't like being in the front. I like being unknown. I like to work backstage. I like to work in the side, and the wings and really be supportive. Let me tell you something. There are two kinds of legend in this world. Two kinds. The first, they know they're headed to legend. They choose it. They know that's where they want to go. Everything about them speaks to that, and they will do everything they possibly can to move that way. They just need to know their next right steps for them to be on that road. The other group of people I like to call my reluctant legends. But if I were to say to them, I can make you a legend, they're going to go, I don't know about that. However, does that sound like you? I would dare bet that you are so committed to a mission, a message, a value, that even though you are content for now to sit backstage and be unknown, you will do everything you possibly can to make sure that mission and that movement is heard around the world. And you become legend in that. So which one are you? Stand, pick up your shield, lead, step onto the road to legend and call others to join you. This is your time. This is what you were meant for. This is what you've been preparing for. This is not the time to be quiet, to play silent, to play small. This is the time to get your stuff together. Get your brand together. Get your messaging together. Shore up your online presence. Adjust and polish. If anybody has an outdated photo, fix it. What's your profile look on all your social platforms? Update it. Now's the time. Stand up and be counted. Stand up and lead those who are watching you and waiting for you to do so. How's that for a Thursday? Not too bad, huh? Imagine what we can do tomorrow. It's time to link arms, people. Join me. Join those others in your community. Call people you know are as committed to creating something big as you are. Call those people who are committed to changing the world just like you. Link arms, move forward, and until I see you, rock on.